Shalom Israel. Shalom Bashim Shah. Thank all the brothers out there. Shalom Al Shema. Thank Bashim Shah to his soft sisters. It's the Isupk New Orleans, Shreveport, Bossier. Come out of one West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm the Commanding General Hunter. We are here to teach blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and First Nation people indigenous to this land about their true heritage. And it's the true heritage is part of these laws, statutes, and commandments that we all ain't just, a whole bunch of people. We all one nation, you know, we all one nation. I know it no big old thing been that the Hebrews, the Negroes thing, but the ISK been screaming this since '69, you know. And now you got jump ons, break offs, and all that, trying to trying to steal the thunder of what they learned from the ISPK, years ago. The ISPK been saying that the blacks, Hispanics, and Latinos and First Nation people were the true children of the Bible, not those people over there in Israel right now, and who these people those Jewish people you see walking around with the Jewish flag in their yard, with the Israeli flag in their yard, claiming to be a people they are not. They are identity thieves, But but enough about that, But I'm here to talk about women, how you want to act, and brothers, what kind of women, according to the scriptures, what kind of women to choose. I know every brother out there wants them an Instagram model, you know, something pleasing to the eyes, body look good, face look good. Bam, yeah, that's all good till you find out your homeboy having, you know, making bad choices that way. I did when I was young. When I was young, I thought the same way. I went 10 years. I got in this truth. Most I sent me a good wife, and I love her dearly. I had to sit around, being lonely for years. But the most I sent me what I need. He sent me someone who fears him and follow these laws, statutes, commandments. And give me honor and let me be the head. That's what you want. That's what you want. Forget about she looked like Halle Berry. Halle Berry is a god hoe, okay? Everybody gets a turn, but that's what you want because it looks so good. She's so fine. See this and that and that and this. But when you ain't especially if you off in this truth, no, you don't even like me. I promise the Most High I'd never club again. Brothers might look at me funny. I don't want to go to the club. That's promise I made to the Most High. I don't club. I ain't clubbed over 20 years. Dog, because ain't nothing there. Anyway. The right type of woman show like that. You go to a club looking for a woman, you get exactly what you deserve. You get exactly what you deserve, out there, because that's all that's done, But let me go and get started. We're gonna go to 1 Corinthians 11:3. And this will what women need to know when they looking for a husband. You looking for a husband? No. If you're in this truth, do not go out in that world looking for a man. Don't do that. You don't believe in what you believe in. You turn your life around. You got away from the world. Why you going back into it by getting somebody that's not in this truth? You going right back out there looking in places you shouldn't be looking at. Men. So you think, why get a woman that's not in this truth? You going right back into the muck and mire where you left out of. If so what you get her to come in? Don't mean she in the truth. I mean, she may turn into a worse dragon than she already was. Just because you bring them in don't mean nothing. They got to show it because those stuff will show off pretty soon. You know, you show off if she in the truth or not. Let me go and get to it. 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. That's the head of every man is Christ. And so many, and so many sisters out in the world, you know, even in this truth, find somebody that is that done read the Bible about 1,000 times, and pimp that Bible on them, and get them that way. You use them scriptures. They know they like this Bible, so they say, okay, that's something I can do. I gotta get that. No, like I said, stay within your own nation. If you're in this truth, get somebody that's in the truth. Find somebody you say, hey, that's who I want. He is very nice. He is very respectful. Then you want to date for those 6 or months or longer. See if you can live with this person. Is this person really what he say he is? That's what you want to do. You get to know if Christ is actually the head. Is the head of his life. And the head of the woman is the man, and woman, and the head of you is the man. That ain't for you to be neck snapping, rolling, and all that. Snap your finger at him and all that. No, you don't do that. You ain't he the head. Not you. Having a disagreement, fine. But like the scriptures say, don't let the sun go down, on your anger. Come back together. Some of you rather stay mad for days. Going against the law, you ain't even follow the law. Get it together. And the head of Christ is God. So if that man is that man, and the head of that man is Christ, and the head of Christ is God, that's what that man doing. That's the type of man you want. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for a guy because he got a nice car, he got plenty of money. That's why I like about the Isupk. They tell him already, a man can have many wives he want to. But then you get mad out, and you get somebody in the world, he gets another woman. Hey, you was already get done like that. Every man, every woman ever had another woman, or really a whole other family. That's what you was going throughout the world. So why you want to come in here and buck the system here, buck the scriptures? That's the scriptures. A man can have multiple wives. So how you gonna trip on a man when he get another wife? You unrighteous yourself by being that way. That man gets another wife. Hey, you ain't supposed to give that man no grief. You ain't supposed to give him no grief at all, because that's in the scriptures. That's why I said. That's why you get to take your time, get to know him. And so if you get one, you ain't tripping. You ain't tripping. That's when you are in this truth, because you're able to. He gets another wife. You're not mad at him. Hey, that's your sister. That's sisterhood. This is what this class all about. Brotherhood and sisterhood. Sisters, you have to be sisterly to your sisters. So what? She's married to your husband. That's still your sister, and you're supposed to love her. And not be giving your out of line no grief. In Proverbs 31 verse 10, who can find a virtuous woman? Man, do you know how hard that is to find? That's hard thing to find as a virtuous woman. I look out every day, and I get, I live in the hood, so I get to see all the loose women. You know, some of them, you know, some I used to mess with way back in the days. I'm glad I ain't messing with them no more. You know, glad I got some a million times better than some they can't even touch. You know, they 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 can't carry her 2 week old underwear. You know, nothing compared to what I have now. You know, it's hard to find a virtuous woman because you're out there in unvirtuous places for looking for something, you want to make virtuous. Think of something you can change. You can't change, what the scripture say, you can't take something crooked and make it straight. Look where you got it from. You got it out the muck of mine. She come in this truth, fine. And she probably lost that premise, fine. But why you going somewhere you ain't got no business being anyway? I know you can go anywhere you want to, but you already know what's there. You already know. She whopping and everything else. Everybody up there's some hoes in the house. No, what you want that for? What you want that for? You don't want that. You want something, you can go to and don't have to worry about. You know. Let me see. Yeah, for her price is far above rubies. And you can't even buy a virtue. Her value so high is more than rubies, dime. Because that's your peace of mind. That's your exhale. Remember that movie, Waiting to Exhale? So, like, I've been waiting to exhale. I finally can exhale. It ain't just women, it's men too. Men go through just as much grief as women go through. I mean, we catch the hell too, because we out there being stuck on stupid. Just as much as y'all be. We be stuck on stupid too. Out there, being lustful and getting treated like like a doormat. Just somebody just rub their feet on it. That's all you are. You just get walked over. You know. Okay, verse 11. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her. Yes, it does. You got somebody virtuous. If you don't talk to her that day, you ain't worried about it because you know she ain't not going nowhere. You know she ain't doing that. For the first time in your life, you actually say, hey, I trust, I ain't worried about nothing, and ain't nothing going on. You got your virtuous woman. You can take a nap, sleep all day. And if you don't hear for you, ain't worried because you know what you're doing that, she gonna call you. She don't call you, she gonna call you the next day, like, baby, I'm sorry, all that I got busy and this all that. Ain't no problem, baby. I'm good, you're good. We good. So that's what you want. You want somebody where, hey, you ain't trying to call her cell phone 25 times, trying to see where she at, what she doing, and all that. No, you ain't trying to do that. That's why you came in this truth, to find a virtuous woman. There ain't no virtuous woman outside this truth. It ain't. It ain't. I can't name too many. Well, all the good women died out like the dinosaurs. I'll tell you. I say around about 1990. That's when everybody started wanting to be a hoe. Every woman wanted to be a hoe when the 90s came in. And when 2000 came on, it went from hoe to thigh. And then it was all over, That's when you got around the singer started coming out with songs, these girls ain't loyal and all that. It wasn't no more loyalty no more. At one time, you could, you had good women. Like I said, a lot of them died young, and then, the generation come up, was one parent home, and the mama bringing all kind of men in, and the little girl seeing this and that, so she grew up to be just like her mama, a loose woman. And that's what you have today, a bunch of loose women. That's why I got out of that world. And I'm off in this truth. And I'm staying off in this truth. I'm gonna follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because I don't want the most high punishing me. You know. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit, about what this thing is that the heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. All right. Like me, I have no need. If I need something, I can do is pick up the phone, hey baby, because pockets a little light here. Could you help me out? Or baby, hey, if you come down, could you cook me some dinner? You know, I mean, I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm spoiled. You know, by by real spoils and me. Make me feel good every day. Verse 12, she would do good and not evil all the days of her life. And say that, and that's what you want. You want somebody, doing good, not evil. Not somebody you got to sit and fight with every day, every other day. Somebody, y'all just, y'all get along for a while, then you fight. Get along, fight. No, like I said, you left that in the word. And it's true. That old man, old woman, you don't supposed to have shook off. No, you got to just sit down, and straighten things out. You both in this truth, so hey, there should be no need for that. There should be no need for that at all. You should be happy and married, you all the time. Okay, and this kind of woman you want. She's seeking wool and flax and working willingly with her hands. You want a woman who is not idle. A woman always doing something, always thinking some kind of way to make that dollar. You know, she's a hustler. She's a go getter. You know, she's not a lazy woman. She out there, making that change. In any kind of way she want, whether she have a job or doing anything. That's what you want. You want a woman to get out there and get it. Just working willingly with her hand. She is like the merchant ship. She bringing her food from afar. She keep the refrigerator full. She goes shopping. You look in the refrigerator, it's never bare. You look in the cupboards, it's never bare. That's her doing. That's her doing that. Okay, verse 15. She rises also wise yet night and giving meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. But she taking care of the house. She get up, she rises wise, 4, 5 in the morning, already on the grind. Already on the grind, taking care of the house. Making sure everything is okay. The children up, getting ready to go to school and ate breakfast. Your breakfast ready, you know, taking care of the entire house. Okay. Verse 16, she considered a field and buy with the fruit of her hand. She planted a vineyard. See, that's what woman that thinks. A woman that has some business mind. Buy a piece of land. Put a house on. So that's a woman. That's a woman that thinks and know how to get down. She girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. Okay. This woman could work 16, 18 hours a day on 3 hours sleep. She strengthens herself. She runs on fume, but you'll never know it. But you know it, but she'll never show it at all. Like I said, she is a go-getter. Let's go to Proverbs 31, 31 and 3. Now, talk to the brothers. You know, this is something you don't want to do. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. Okay, in street terms, don't be no poop butt. Don't be no weakling. Don't be no duck. Don't be no sucker. You know, in other words, be a man. Don't give your don't give you know don't give all your secrets over to a woman, because then she know how to what button to push, how to get you. She knows what button to push. To get you going, get you out your game. Yeah, you out of one, but hey, she really one running the show. And you'll give a woman that kind of power. The Most High gave us to be head over her, not her over us. So he's telling you in these scriptures, don't give a woman that, no power over you. You giving away your strength. You know, you giving away. You giving away your lead in the household. You know, your lead in this marriage. All right, how you call yourself a man. And you let a woman, you know, take you off your game, make you not live like you in the truth. You know, how you doing things and saying things you ought not say. Why? Because she got your head so gone. But you gave it to her. You gave her that power over you. Mm-hmm. If you go to 1 Timothy 3:11. You know, we know. You know, but this will, you know, I used to hear this scripture off at the Christian church a lot. They say, this is, we was talking about man desires to be a bishop and all that. Being the husband of one wife. I'm talking about they used to run with that all the time. And come to find out, when we talking about wife, we talking about, you know, one faith. You believe in this truth and nothing but this truth, and that's it. He's up in that Christian church. They got all kind of doctrine. I'm talking about, it ain't, nothing truthful about that place at all. That's why it's, so messed up. That's why you always hearing something about it. That's why you always hear something about it. Verse 11. Even so, they're wise be grave, not slanderers. Not no gossiping. Busybody, sober. Clear headed, faithful in all things. Say she's gonna do something, she's doing. She say she love her sister, she love her sister. She, she checks on her sister. You know, that's what she does. And that kind of, that's what your wife ought to be. There ain't supposed to be no, gossip. There ain't supposed to be no busybody running from here to there. No, they ain't what you want. Take, take it from this old dog. You don't want that. You want somebody that make you happy. You want somebody to make you happy at all times. I mean, just think. He was off in that. He was off in that world. He was off in that world. Why would you want to go back doing things that led you into trouble? Before you even got the truth. Like I said, you know, women. You mess with men you knew you had no business messing with. Know that man wasn't no good. Okay, you get off in this truth, you know, don't look back. Look in this truth, find you a good man. There's plenty of good men off in this truth. I can't speak for the world. Because, like I said, I got to walk outside every day and see what's going on. You know, everybody either on drugs, drunkards, you know, they whoremongers. There's too many diseases out there, to be out there like that, you know. And then, especially like where I live in a small little village. There's more STIs and all that than anything else. You know, that's why, like I said, I stayed on shift for years. You know, until the Most High sent me one. And I'm so glad I put myself on the shelf because I haven't been happy in 30 years. You know, and I love that woman to death. Because she makes me so happy. You know, go to First Corinthians 14-34. Like I said, you get Most High bless you with a husband or a wife. You know, remember these scriptures. They'll show you. They'll teach you how to treat them. And if you don't have anyone, these scriptures will show you what you need to be looking for. Not what your eyes see, not being lustful and all that. That's the problem with a lot of people. They so lustful. They gotta have a supermodel. They, you know, they gotta have things that that they shouldn't have. Like I said, you want somebody holy. I mean, he's separate from what you left out there. They separate from that. They follow these law, statutes, commandments. They 10 toes down in this truth. And they ain't bucking from it. And that's what you want. First Corinthians 14-34. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also says the law. So this is Paul. How you got today. You got a lot of husband and wife teachers, and the scripture actually just said, let women keep side of the churches, where it's not permitted for them to speak. They ain't got no business up there teaching no man, about that. They ain't got no business speaking in church at all. Except for asking a question. But see, like I said, Christians didn't like the teachings of Paul. They hate them because because Paul followed the law, and that contradicts everything they want to do. They say the law is dead. Paul telling them, no, the law is not dead. The law didn't die with Christ. The Christians can't stand scriptures like this. Verse 35. And if they learn anything, let them ask their husband at home. That's what I like about my baby. She always asks me. She'll come to me before she comes in about. She asks me. She would give me my honor. For it's a shame for women to speak in the church. So like I said, that's what Paul was saying. Telling the churches. Like I said, you had prophetess back then. But they was like just like we have here. They had a sisterhood. They all gathered together. We sat on one side, they sat on the other, shut our mouths and learned. Ask questions. You don't want to be the type of woman that's rude, unruly, and all that. You don't want to be a woman like that. You don't want to be ashamed to your husband. Out of one. You don't want to be ashamed to him. Just like it's plenty of women like this in this scripture right here, Proverbs 14:1. This is what a lot of brothers pick. This is a lot of brothers pick this type right here. Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman build her house, but the foolish pluck it down with her hand. You got a wise woman, she gonna build up her house. Make the bones strong on that house. But you got your old foolish old thing. You know, you been messing with. You know, she tears down the house with her bare hand. A lot of sisters done did that. And saying, hey, I'm in this truth, but yet your house is, in shambles. Your house is in shambles. Your husband is, your Autobahn is miserable. Can't get no peace of mind, anything. Always in counsel. I mean, that's all over this school, not just one school. That's all over. You hear the generals talk about that all the time. How they had to be up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning counseling somebody. They ain't told them, don't do it. Told her, don't do it. They did. Now he had to get up out of his sleep and counsel, you know, and counsel two grown people, acting like children. It's like they haven't learned anything. You've been in these classes, you ain't learned anything. You don't think the general, talk about that? Talk about it like, man, look here, it must be stuck on stupid or something. We send these priests and prophets out there to them, and they're like, they don't even hear them. Like, what they must be listening to something else. You know, they go to Proverbs 19 and 13. Proverbs, a good book, especially, you know, you just start out. Proverbs is a perfect book for a young man. You want to get like a teenage, like a teenager. That's what you'll have a read Proverbs. What's that? Proverbs 19:13. A foolish son is the calamity of his father, and the contentions of a wife are a continual dropping. You know, that's kind of a wife a lot of people have. You know, first you being a man, you being foolish. You just make your father just pull his hair out. Told this boy, taught this boy, taught this boy, talk to him, everything. He just didn't listen to nothing I say. That's why you have a wife that's driving you. That's why you have a real that's driving you crazy. You know, you ain't the only one. Out in the world, same thing. Same thing. Just remember, you left that world. You ain't trying to go through nothing. What you went out in the world. Now that you offer that truth, no, all that mess, that's done with. That's supposed to be done with. You know, my life will change, your life will change. Just live like it, we grown people. What the heck we need? I mean, I, I understand. I know people go to marriage counselors, all that. You are grown. What you need somebody counseling you for? You know what you want. You know what to expect. When you up in the truth, you know what to expect. You shouldn't be bothering generals all the time with your relationship problem. If that woman drive you that crazy, back off. Let her, if she that bad, she'll find a way to divorce you, and then you'll be free. She'll lay up with some other man. She out to school, marriage dissolved, you free. But But you messing with a foolish woman, she's gonna be smart enough not to get caught. You know, especially when you know you got a job and all that. So, like I said, you got if you know what you got, you're supposed to be able to tame that. You're supposed to be able to tame that. And not be going through no unnecessary grief. Especially if if you have children in the house. You know, children got to see that and hear that. You know, but Proverbs 21:9. You know, see when you got a wicked woman, you living with one. This scripture right here, is for you. It is better to dwell in a Proverbs 21:9. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. It's better to be on top of the house. It's cold as I don't know what outside. If I had a unruly woman, I'd rather be on top of the house in the freezer cold than be inside that warm house with her. Hear her mouth. I can't go to sleep because she's still blah 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 blah. Because I done made a bad choice. Because I couldn't sit and wait and find out who this woman is. I couldn't restrain myself. I couldn't restrain myself. I just had to go. Nah, I'm stuck with something that I can't, that I truly can't stand. This is when I want to talk all stupid to you, women, man or woman. They want to tell you stuff like that, I really don't like you that much, but I'm just with you. Just look out, I'm still with you. Bye. Ain't nobody keeping you here. Sometimes you gotta say that. Somebody telling, stepping all over your feelings, crushing your heart, and telling you that, hey, they don't love you or something like that. You ain't good enough for me and all that. Tell them to get on. Go find something else. Ain't nobody holding you here. And that's the thing about it. People with, like I say, that's, especially with people with good hearts, they always get stepped on like that. Always get talked to like that. They're because that person know you good, know you got a good heart, and they finna walk all over you. They finna walk all over you. That's why, that's why, uh, you're a man and you got a woman that in this truth. Hey, and she ain't trying to get in this truth. Hey, you can't leave her. You stuck with that. Your woman got a husband. He ain't in the truth. He ain't thinking about coming in this truth. Can't leave him. Maybe one day he might say, "Hey, I don't want you no more." I don't, say you free. You free. Have him pick up the phone, call, call the captain. Say, look here, this man just said they don't want you. Put him on the phone. Let him tell him have a counsel. Hey, let him tell you. This man said, let him tell the counsel. Let him tell the general. Let him tell the generals he don't want you. They'll get rid of. That would give you a bunch of peace. Getting away from somebody, who you love but don't love you. You know, everybody wants to be loved. But and these scriptures have, teach you the way how you can be loved. Like I said, don't pick nobody just because, they look good or they got money. You don't, like I said, get to know that person first. That person might not be for you, That person might be for everybody. Might be for everybody, That person might be mentally deranged or whatever, So they ain't for you. Mental illness runs rampant, and some people need is it's mental illness, not on medication. To help with those mood swings, those attitudes, and all that. You know, something to calm them down. Have them on chill mode. You know, we got a lot of them like that. And that's what a lot of brothers and sisters end up getting. Somebody that's mentally unstable, and they married them and they stuck with them. That's why when the general tell you, hey, don't marry nobody that's you off in this truth. Don't marry nobody that's in that world. Don't do it. You know, if you go to the, let's say you go to jail, you married, and they're not in this truth. Don't. There's only so much you can expect from somebody, especially when they Christian. So there's so much, you can't expect nothing out of a Christian. They're gonna believe what pastors say. They is not studying this Bible like you are. They're not thinking about the Bible. They don't care about the Bible. Christians don't care about the Bible. All they care about is that music, the choir singing, pastor preaching a feel good speech, and they go home. That's all they care about. They don't care about following these laws, statutes, commandments. They don't care about being a brother to that brother out there in the streets. They don't care about being a sister to that sister out there in the street. They don't care about being a good wife to her husband. That man don't care nothing about that woman he got at home. So that's what them Christians do. You come off in this truth, it's a whole different world. A wonderful world. You know, that's when you'll find love, and heal all those, all those old wounds, that you got from messing with somebody, you know that you know that you just made a bad choice. Now we're going to go to verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Just think, you got to argue. You got a woman that ain't never satisfied. She always tripping behind something. You know, it's better to dwell in the wilderness than have some ragamuffin talking to you crazy all day long, all night long, till it got all y'all business out in the street. I done been there. I'm glad I was young when I went through it, and not older. Like I said, when older, only thing I was doing, hey, back to the house. I got in my 30s. I was through with that mess. I had one relationship. That was my youngest son's mother. Hadn't been in a relationship until now. Hadn't been in another relationship from 2009 to 2022. Because I got tired of all the mess. I said, you got to be something better than this. I just know life ain't just like this. That's when I found this truth. Took me a minute to get in here, but I got on in here. It was rewarding. First Peter. Chapter 3, verse 1. First Peter chapter 3, verse 1. Likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husband. I mean, if you don't feel like, like I said, talk to your outer one first before you run to anybody else. Talk to your outer one first. That is your Lord and Master. I know you want to know. You call, Like I said, I can how can anything gonna get right? You always run into somebody else. You know, how you gonna get? You got to get your house right. You know, like I said, this, this truth. You just can't leave your wife. Just because you're talking a bunch of mess, you just can't leave. Remember, you lay with that, you stuck with that. You made the decision to get that unruly woman that caused you shame. You chose that. Women, you went out there after being told, do not marry that man. You went out there and did that. And now it's time, now you got to pay the piper for being disobedient, you know. But like I said, but you're supposed to always be a suggestion to your own husband, give him his reference, you know, that if any obey not the word, they also may, without the word, be won by the conversations of the wise, you know. So that's like somebody that make you love that woman, you know. You know what I mean? You and your wife can sit and talk to you and give you ideas, you know. And just like you got a foot on the neck, no, y'all communicate. Well, maybe you should do this, and maybe this will make this work better. That's when you got something good going, you know, because she honor you, and you in turn honor her. You don't tell her, shut up, like, yeah, baby, you're right. You're right. Ephesians 5:22. You know, Ephesians 5:22, and it reads, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband." Again, submit yourselves unto your own husband, not somebody else's husband. Submit yourself to your own husband, not no other man. That ain't your husband, unless you got two or three husbands. You know what that's called. Mhm. As unto the Lord. Verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. So that's what's keeping you together. Christ and the Most High. Yeah, that be subject to your submit to your own husband, because you got to remember, Christ is the head of the man, and the Most High power God is the head of Christ. That's why you should submit. That's who you submit to. Just to, even though a lot of women know how to be submissive, but you got this new generation now, that's off in that word, you know, probably got some of the truth too. Don't want to be submissive. They believe that's been, I remember, women's liberation, in the '80s, something like that. Women, trying to take over doing it. I was done but a teenager then, but I just remember, I used to hear some heck of arguments. Women, stop respecting their men. You know, like I said, at one time, the black household was a good, was one of the greatest households it was, back, pre, segregation, before Martin Luther King, for civil rights. You know, there was, the black household was a strong household. But the woman, she stayed at home. The man went out to work. You know, this kind of thing they had. Or sometimes, both of them were. But the problem with most women, they believe the man supposed to get out there and get to work while they stay at home, prop their feet up, you know, have raise the kids and think they doing something. That's how I got in the 80s and 90s, everything got out of order, because they ain't submit to their husband. They submitted to somebody else. The minute the husband going out the door, some other man creeping in. That's who she submitted herself to. She submitted herself to him, not her own husband. You know. Mhm. Who I was 22 and 23. Okay, yeah. And this is going Titus 2 and 3. So I implore you, if you're in this truth, act like you're in this truth. Behave like you're in this truth. Brothers, sisters, you have a sorority, love. If you have an Ottawa, love him. You know, that's your duty. You know, now, you got somebody that don't want you, and they show you they don't want you, and then don't let it come out their mouth that they don't want you. Then that's when you might even want to go to counsel. It's like, she don't want me. All we do is argue every night. All that she told me she don't want me. And see what they do about it. Why why be with somebody that don't want you? That's when you want to go to counsel. When you have things that extreme going on, yeah, you want to call a general. You know, you want to get them on the phone then when you got that kind of mess going on. You know, First Titus 2 and 3. You know, let me see. I'm gonna start at verse 1. This is for the women. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine. 2. That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience. This what like an older brother like me. I'm impart some wisdom on a younger brother. If he have a hill, he'll not he won't. Verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accuser, not giving too much wine, teaches a good thing. And just like you sage women have been in the truth for quite a while, and you got younger sisters, you know, I know they just like trying to talk, talk to a brother, talk to some of the younger sisters, or let's say it's sisters your age that's not, you know, acting like they're in this truth. They're gonna change their life around. You know, it's your job, just like it's my job to talk to them. You know, that's what we all want to know. Everybody want to know what the ISUK, women do. That's what our women do. They raise the children and teach the younger women, you know, how to be God fearing, how to follow these law, statutes, commandments, how to cook biscuits from scratch. That's what our women do. Our women ain't our women ain't going around gossiping. Our women ain't going around making us look bad. You know, you want to say we are hard on our women. We love our women to death, and our women are very happy. Mhm. Let's see, verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husband, to love their children. And that's like I'm saying. That's what you want to teach the young woman to do. Don't be a burden until you're out of one. Love them, you know, encourage them. All keep food on the table and keep food on the table. I know some women work, work long hours, so you can't cook all the time. Sometimes, you know, you do. You got to get off work, see about the kid, feed the kid. Unless you got a man that can cook, he done took care of dinner. But sometimes, you have to pull double duty. Cook dinner. Get off work, cook dinner. Everybody feed. You know, can't beat that. When you got that, you can't beat it. You know, but that's what our older sisters do for the younger sisters. Teach them to be, to love their husband and to raise their kids right. You know, mhm. Verse 5, to be discreet, says, keep us at home, good, obedient to their own husband. Now, one thing that make me mad, I got a woman, she don't want to listen to me, but another brother calling for, oh, yeah, kind of one kind and all that. And she can't kind of one kind me. Mm. What's wrong with this picture? You know, you know, and the word of God be not blasphemed. You know, that's, so that's what our women do often. It's true. We take the young women, they take the young women and teach them to love their husband and take care of their children. But you gonna have some hard head ain't gonna listen. A lot of them ain't gonna listen. And every time you turn around, somebody in comes. So you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Fully grown, or at least you're supposed to be. But yet somebody got to constantly tell you how to act. All this, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. Stuff you already know. You just don't understand. But First Timothy, let me see, 2 and 9. Yeah, like I said, I know just for anybody out there listening that's not this true, we love our women. We're not dominant over our women. So whoever told you that lie, take it back to them. Our women do fulfill a role here, a big role. You know, they're the women that cook, they're the women that sew, the women that got job, donate money, give money, help the brothers. You know, and they ain't something they have. And they ain't got to do it. They do it because they love to do it. They do it because they love this truth. They do it because they love they're a part of something real, not something that's fake. You know, they're a part of something that's real and disciplined and organized. That's what they love about it. They love it because they get shown love, so they don't mind doing those things for the brothers. You know, that's when you have someone. That's when that woman off in that truth. They get up in the, they be having classes. They cooking every time. They donate money to the school to help the upkeep with the school and things, adding things, helping out. Yeah, don't let nobody tell you ain't off in this truth or what you following is not good. When you follow this Bible, Johanna is our leader. He's our spiritual father. But we follow this Bible, these laws, statutes, commandments. That's our main thing we do. We follow our God. Johanna just showed us how to do it. At first, we didn't know, but now we do. First Timothy 2 and 9 says, In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. You know, you want to dress modestly. You don't want to dress like, like Carter B, you know, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna. You don't want to be dressing like that. You know. Now nobody say you can't look good, dress good, but you don't want body parts hanging out. You don't want to be showing no cleavage. You don't want to be someone, none of your dairy, none of your butt out, nothing like that. You know, you want to, you want to be shamefaced. No, that's what shamefaced is. You'll never show yourself. You will never show yourself at all. And sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. You know, no, now when Paul was telling Timothy this, he just not know how the women dread. No, they put the dreadlocks in their head and all that. You know, they got they are trying to when they wear something real expensive. No, they can't afford it, but they're wearing it anyway, and then they can't pay the bills next month. You know, trying to live like the Joneses on Smith money. Can't do that. But which become verse 10, but which becoming women professing godliness with good works. Verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. And that's what our women do. Our women ain't up running their mouth, while they being taught. For that Christian church, they have a whole, they on they got they in a whole group chat in a Christian church while the word being spoken. Even though that word ain't worth that, but that's what they doing. Our women sit up there, eyes front, asking questions and learning. This one of the most important scriptures. Verse 12, but I suffer not a woman who teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. In other words, you don't teach women, and you don't assert authority over a man. Be silent. Shut your mouth. I don't want to say shut up. Shut up. Let him say shut up. He said, "Hey, baby, we're working my nerve. Working his nerve. Be quiet. It ain't getting nowhere. It ain't getting nowhere. Be quiet. Be that woman you're supposed to be. Not that woman you were." Mm-hmm. So now we're gonna go back to Ephesians. Let's see. Ephesians 5:28. Ephesians 5:28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. Man, gotta brothers, gotta love your wives as your own body. Like I said, if she's a dragon, hey, you gotta love that dragon. You married that dragon. Remember, you was told not to marry that dragon. Yeah, I ain't right about that sister. Ain't something you want to just jump. Don't do wait, get to know. Come to find out your whole dragon. Now you gotta love that dragon. Because you can't there's no divorce. There's no divorce. You know. So a man to love their wife and their own body, he that loveth his wife, loveth himself. Mhm. Verse 29. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nurse and charity, even as the Lord the church. So you wanna, you know, nourish, your real, you know, and then you wanna, cherish them real, tell her every day you love her, every day. I know sometimes you forget, but you better, just like everybody else, you gotta whole lot of things in mind sometimes, may slip in mind, but don't try to tell her, don't try to tell her every day you love her. Wise. Try to tell your husband every day you love him. That's what keep a happy home. Verse 34, we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bone. Verse 31, for this call shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. You know, just like, it's just like when, just like when Jacob married, when he got married, took off into because Rebecca took off, off in the tent, you know, and them two became one. You know, you no longer your mother and father's child anymore. You have your own family now. You're the head of the household now, and y'all are one flesh. Y'all are one. Not twain, not two. Uh, First Timothy, no. Ecclesiastes 7:26. Mm-hmm. This is a question you need to ask yourself right here. Ecclesiastes 7:26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? A wife after your heart? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to enlighten. You have a wife, you know, you thinking something, she thinking the same thing. Y'all both about to say the same thing. Y'all always thinking about each other. You calling each other all day, you talking, you know, she always checking on you, you know, the family love her, you know, they always ask about, you and it tells you, give yourself over to a light mother, because that ain't no behavior. You finna be one miserable brother, because you went and gave yourself over to a light woman just because she was fine, she was beautiful. And they get to know that beautiful thing. They know that was a beautiful drag. They know that was a fine drag. Didn't know, couldn't wait. You know, she played it off for 6 months real good. When we shoot, when they tell you might want to wait a little longer, you know, and you didn't wait, soon as you did that 6 months, boom, and was born. And now you gave yourself over to a woman that's running you or running you crazy. How can I say that? I did it when I was young. 30 years ago, I was doing the same stupid mess because I didn't know any better. I wouldn't listen. I was hard headed. You know, I mean, it's true. I listen. I wait. It was reward. Deuteronomy 23 and 17. And this will some that we don't want, you know, that they taught back then, but we have now because we follow because we love the world. We love the person. We ain't want to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. You know, Deuteronomy 23 and 17. There should be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. And now what we got, the LGBTQ community, you know, we got girls out here, young girls walking out, going out their parents' house, you know, cleavage out, butt out, everything showing. Ain't no but 13 or 14, maybe even 12. Because they watch these female rappers who ain't wearing nothing, teaching them how to be the biggest hoes they can be, you know. And then when somebody say something to them, they hating on them. Ain't nobody hating on you, trying to get you straight. They said there should be no whores of the daughter of Babylon. Now we got this LGBTQ community. You even got some parents. Some parents is against it, but now you got some parents letting they sons be girls, and their girls be boys. And y'all, a lot of people applauded when Obama became president. Thank Obama for that. He put same-sex marriage into law. A man can marry another man. A woman can marry another woman. And then they love to say they one nation under God. What God? Not the God of this Bible. It can't be. Because he just said, there'll be no whores of daughters of Babylon, and there'll be no sodomites for the sons of Israel. The daughters, the whores of daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. This is word way back, even even the Ish gotta agree with this because this is like this the Torah. You know, I know they don't believe in the rest of the Bible, but the first 5 books of Moses, the books of Moses, hey, they go by. They go by. They don't go by them, but that's the only thing. If you're gonna have a conversation with them, on the books, which is that's all you need anyway, because you have mad, fuming mad, because after you done expose them and show them they wasn't real Jews and they don't fit none of the curses, they don't fit none of the scriptures, you know, and, and, and they tell them who's gonna be over us. It was them. So, you said a nation fears, and fly fast as an eagle. As an eagle fly. They gonna have they build that nation, upon high. They nest upon high. Just when they lived in the mountains, in the Caucasus Mountains. You know, we, and then they love throwing that anti Semitic, when it's supposed to be anti-Semitic, love throwing it around. They've been throwing it around for so long. I'm about sick of it, Y'all are not the, say it again. Y'all are not the real, y'all are Jewish. We Jews. I'm a Jew. I don't know, I don't know what you is. You Yiddish, you from France, Poland, and Russia. History will bag that up. And so would the Bible. Let's think about it. Your history can be backed up both ways, just like y'all erased our history, stole our history, then stole our identity. You say they installed called themselves Jews until the 1860s. Mm-hmm. But that's that's them, and we know who we are now. You know, or we get some people off into this truth, instead of listening to some some guy, get it from the true priest, prophets of the Most High, instead of some, I know this guy did his research and all that, did anthropologists, talk to anthropologists and all that. He did his research, but he ain't off in this truth. Do we know he's the people of the Bible? Yes, but you ain't off in this truth, bro. You know, learn from men who gonna that know these things. Who actually just like you, they've been over there, seen the holy city, they seen all the old tablets and monuments and all that. They seen all that, just like you did. This is some right here. Matthew chapter 19:7. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. So, before they let you know. Before Moses did that, there was no divorce. Just like Elijah's proof, there's no divorce. So be careful. Choose wisely. Be patient. Remember, this is your mind, and your heart. That you putting on the line, all just for a little pleasure. It ain't working. Mm-hmm. It's not working. Verse 9, and I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. No, you just can't put away your wife unless you commit fornication. Mm-hmm. And shall marry another, committed adultery. It's your adultery. She's no longer yours. You're free from her. And whoso marry her, which is put away, does commit adultery. So he lost that commandment. You can't even. And she was married, and she was married to you. Another brother get her. He committed adultery. This lost some bill. I mean, just think about, God took him out of Egypt, out of slavery. They cried for 400 years. Crying to the Most High. We gonna do this, we gonna do that. Then when he got him in the wilderness, we gonna do this, whatever you say, we gonna obey. And then turned around, wanted to go back to Egypt, and then did the worst thing you could ever do to make the Most High God, be smoking his nose, worship another, worshiping a false eye, worshiping another God. You know, like I said, back in those times, there was no, before Moses did it, there was no divorce. UPK, there's no divorce here either. Except for fornication. A woman lay down with somebody else, hasta la vista, baby. We go to the last verse. We go to Ecclesiastes, Asticus 26:3. 26:23. Like, and then, if you ever wonder, you call yourself, being a good man, yet you got a rotten woman at home. Maybe you ought to look at this scripture, then look in the mirror. Ecclesiastes 26:23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So, you're a wicked man, a wicked woman is your portion. Wonder why you going through all this stress? Like maybe you're a wicked man. You know, you know, look at yourself in the mirror. You know, reevaluate yourself. You know, you catching hell and hot water at home. You know, you got a wife. You know, that just ain't. You know, you just can't seem to get right. You know, like I said, the scripture said it. You know, a wicked. You know, wicked one was given a portion to a wicked man. You know, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. You know, if you got you a godly woman, then you fear the Lord. Fear the Lord. You know, just think about. You know, you gotta. You know, if say you off in the street, you gotta act like you're in the street. You know, I mean, how can you be in the truth and you act like a horn dog? Hmm? You know, you say you don't change your life, but yet you know you're a woman and you loose as a goose. You can't wait to get married. First brother you talk to, you married, and then you crying 3 months later because he don't. You come to find out he got 2 or 3 more wives. You know, you ain't listened to nothing like it's already told you the man can have many wives he want to. You know, but yet you all upset, giving him grief and all that because he had multiple wives and he ain't tell you, hey, you should have got time to know. You know, you hear they, you hear it all the time. Especially in closing knocking. When somebody new coming to school, they're off limit for 6 months. You know, you get permission from the okay, hit the marry. Get to know that person first before you just jump head first and some that you're gonna be stuck with for the rest of your life. You know, if you're a priest, act like a priest. If you're a princess, act like a princess. You know, always act all women, brothers, always act like you in this truth. Act like General Han, teaching you something. Act like your camp leader teaching you something. Act like Most High to enter your heart. That enter your heart and changed. That you ain't out there being unbrotherly or us. You're not being a true sister to your sisters. You know, but, that's my class. Police Officer 500 Yahal. Like Shalom Bashim. Shout out to all the brothers out there. But it's the sisters. Shalom Shalom. Yeah. Shalom Yahweh Shamal Tham Bashim Shai. This is Isupk Louisiana. So, Shalom and Kwam Yashala.